Thank you very much indeed, dear President Weber, dear colleagues, friends of Ukraine, very reliable, because friend in need is a friend indeed. First of all, it's my great pleasure to see all of you in Brussels. Thank you for the invitation, despite of all of the obstacles. Above all, I want to express my gratitude to the President Weber for the very timely visit in Ukraine, because that was a symbol how important Ukraine for EPP, how important to deliver messages for the from the EPP to Ukraine, Ukrainian people first of all, and then Ukrainian authorities. We are now heading towards the European election. Why it's so important for us Ukrainian? Because for us Ukrainian, this is the question for survival. This is a question to save our country, to provide that EPP will win the election, not allow to populists to destroy Europe and to kill Ukraine. That's why I'm here, and that's why we are open for all the cooperation, again, because for us it's a question for survival. Over 70 countries, 4.2 billion people will hold the election. The entire Europe will vote. And we definitely need that this burning issue during most of the election will be Ukraine and war of Russia against freedom, against democracy, against our state and against democratic process all over the continent and all over the world. Definitely Russia, I have no doubt on that, has interest in failure the election. To demonstrate that election in Europe, try to make it same like the absence of the election in Russia. I absolutely confident that the fundamental priority for us European, if you allow me to say like that, for us European fundamental priority is peace and sustainable security. Without peace in Europe, it is impossible to hope for economic success or for political stability. A real road for the victory of Ukraine, victory of democratic world, and defeat of Russia is our unity. And I believe that this is difficult but still possible. My appeal to all the people of Europe: don't be afraid of Ukrainian victory. Don't be afraid of Putin defeat. Explanation that it would be chaos or something, cannot be worse like now. Don't be afraid of the Third World War, because if Ukraine loses, definitely Third World War will happen. And we are now, our 1 million soldiers army, fighting for peace, freedom, and democracy. Prove real reads the validity of the principle, not we support Ukraine as long as it takes. Forget about that. We support Ukraine until our joint victory. We simply have no any other way out. Provide Ukraine with, as soon as possible with the needed military assistance. Please give us an opportunity to do our common job. Every single month for delay, the ammunition, radio electronic warfare system, F-16 coalition, air defense, this is the hundreds, if not thousands, lives, not only Ukrainian soldiers, but Ukrainian civilians. Provide Ukraine with a sustainable financial assistance to support wartime economy and EU compliance. Another very important thing is strengthening the sanctions against Russia in Ukrainian matter. When we said that we need a political diplomatic way to peace, I fully agree with you. And we had one of the best diplomats in the world, for providing success in the political diplomatic way. Do you know the name of this diplomat? This is Armed Forces of Ukraine. And let's provide it with a necessary instrument to motivate Putin, same like Ukrainian army do when Putin stayed 3 kilometers from my party office, and me, together with our party team, with the weapons in the hands, stay on the block post, shooting on Russia, protecting Kyiv. Within 1 month, we threw, because of the diplomatic efforts of our armed forces, we threw Russia away from Kyiv. In 1 month, we threw Russia away from Kharkiv. In 7 months, we threw Russia away from Kherson. Please, let's do our best to keep the things going. Second priority is strengthening Europe resilience through the reform. For us, this is also a question of the survival. Political reform, democratic reform, military reform, economic resilience, and anti-corruption reform. With the leading role of the EPP party to help us to do reform, we simply made it closer. And I think that it would be extremely important to have on the 1st of February, imagining on the Thursday this week, the decision of the 50 billion euro package. And no European skeptics can stop powerful EPP team. I really keep my fingers crossed and ready to do my best for these type of things. We really need to protect independence of anti-corruption institution, the message with Manfred come to Ukraine, the independent investigative journalist, which we have a very big problem, we need to protect the independence, parliamentary pluralism, which we need to protect, the independence of the public activists, protect business community and the investment climate. All of these things just give another evidence that the EU should be a strong watchdog on the democratic process for Ukraine. And EPP should help us to do that. And third priority is enlarged EU means stronger EU. And the powerful voice of EPP here is extremely important, and we are grateful for strong political support of the EPP family for granting Ukraine candidate status. Without EPP, without Ursula, without European Commission, without European Parliament, this is simply cannot happen. And that's why I'm here to thank you, not only to motivate for future, but to thank for the past. And please allow me to conclude with quoting of Wilfred Martens, our late EPP president, who said, "Everyone should take Europe to the heart." Do you know how many Ukrainians now dreaming, supporting, voting for European Union membership? More than 90%. We are the most Euro-optimistic nation on the continent. I put it in the Ukrainian constitution. And believe me, every of us has European Union in our heart, same as all of you. I want to thank EPP family for our cooperation, and I hope for you and keep fingers crossed and work hard for our victory on the election. Slava Ukraini!